He danced across the world stage like no one before him. He moonwalked into history, into our hearts, and into legend. But behind the spotlight, behind the iconic glove and glittering jackets, was a man searching for peace, for love, for himself. This is not just the story of a pop star. This is the story of a boy who never got to be one, and the price of becoming a global icon. This is the story of Michael Jackson.
People called me a genius, a prodigy, a star. But do you know what I really was? A little boy who never got to grow up. I was 5 when I first stepped on stage with my brothers. The lights were bright, the cheers were loud, but I didn't understand what I was doing. I just knew that when I sang, they clapped, and when I danced, they cheered, and when I smiled, they loved me. But no one asked how I was really feeling. My father, Joe, he was strict. Some called it discipline. Others knew it was fear. We practiced until our feet were blistered. We smiled even when we were hurting. The stage became our shelter, but it was also our cage. When I went solo, they said I was unstoppable. Off the Wall was just the beginning. Then came Thriller, and the world changed. It wasn't just music. It was a movement, a moment in history. I became the king of pop, but the crown was heavy. Everywhere I went, there were cameras. Every step, every word, every look, dissected. I wore sunglasses to hide. I wore masks to breathe. People said I was strange, that I was fading, but they didn't see how fame steals your skin, your smile, your soul. I built Neverland not just as a home, but as a dream, a place where I could be the child I never got to be, where animals roamed free and laughter echoed. But even there I couldn't escape. The world kept knocking, the rumors, the lawsuits, the pain. People looked at my face and saw mystery. They called me fake. They said I didn't love who I was, but they didn't know how many times I looked in the mirror and didn't recognize myself. Not because of surgery, but because I didn't know who the world wanted me to be anymore. I wanted to heal. I wanted to help. I gave millions to charities, visited hospitals in silence, held the hands of children no one else saw, but the headlines didn't show that. I was mocked for being soft, for speaking gently, for caring too much. But that was who I was. A boy who never stopped dreaming, a man who never stopped hurting. I wrote songs to heal. Heal the world, man in the mirror, you are not alone. They weren't just music. They were my letters to the world, my truth, my cries. And then, silence. That last night, I remember rehearsing, preparing for my comeback. This is it. It was supposed to be a new beginning, but my body was tired, my heart worn out. I lay in bed thinking, just a little help to sleep, and then darkness.
Michael Jackson wasn't just a performer. He was a symbol of brilliance, of innocence lost, of the weight of fame, and the fragility of being human. His story isn't just about music, it's about what happens when the world loves you, but forgets you're real. He tried to change the world, one song at a time, but maybe what he needed most was someone to ask, "Are you okay?" He looked in the mirror and saw more than just a man. He saw a lifetime of masks, and the soul behind them. What do you see when you look in the mirror?